guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back with guys with the bear. Episode 3 from first season.
Last episode, I messed up the name of the cousin who's not really a cousin, by the way, so I'm sorry, Richie. We learned more about him. He was Michael's best friend, and he's close to the family, but he's not related to Carmy. We know that he can be sweet, he can listen to his daughter when she needs help. He's got this whole side of him that I wish he would use with Carmy, because when he switches around from his daughter to the restaurant and the cousin, the friend, he goes all insults and he puts him down and he hates him and like, ugh, if only you could talk.
It's a whole other persona.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But for his benefit, last episode there was a hygiene inspection and a health inspection, and cigarettes were found near one of the burners. That was one of the things that was wrong with the restaurant, and Carmy just lashed at Richie. He was fucking pissed, only to realize at the end of the episode that he was the one that forgot his smokes near the burner. He's losing it a little bit.
Oopsie.
Yeah, so he's currently going to be joining the Alcoholic Anonymous group that his sister talked about. That's another thing too. All family anonymous, like stuff like that. Like I read it weird, but it's alcoholic. So the AA, probably because of Michael. So he's gonna try to seek help and talk to people, at least to make maybe feel better about what happened with his brother. And that's one way to reconnect, because I do believe he needs to talk to someone and he needs to breathe. He should listen to Sydney too. Sydney came up with a great plan to make more money.
At least he checked our business proposal to make more money, or to save some money where they can.
And he hired her for real, so that's good. But yeah, give her more responsibility. I think she's really good at it, and she deserves to be listened to. And it would help you, man, really.
Alright.
So this is where we are. Let's jump in this episode and see how more broken we can get with these characters. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Let's go!
It's hard to hear it, so I just keep saying it. I didn't cause it, can't control it, can't cure it. I thought if I just, hide whatever he was on, that would fix it.
It's not on you to do that, though.
You can't curb that kind of chaos until the thinking changes.
Oh, yeah. Has to come from the person.
Until the foundations change, until the chemistry changes. If there's anything good that came out of it, it's that it made me realize that the best thing for me to do is just to try to keep my side of the street clean. Just remove myself from any situation that is, or could become, toxic.
What is wrong with you fucking jack-off?
This is very toxic. He can't remove himself from that.
No, we can't.
I need chips.
What chips?
I need chips.
Listen to the words coming out of my fucking mouth!
Chefs,
Lower your voice, please. So sorry, guys. Thank you for your
Yeah, in
patience.
front of the customers.
Never argue in front of customers.
2 dogs, drag him through the
Stop
garden.
shouting. Please press the button.
Sydney! Head in the game! Are you kidding
Stop
me?
shouting,
Are you
please.
fucking
learn how to
crazy?
use the fucking
Chef,
computer.
are you good?
Yes, chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, chef.
Keep them calm.
Oh my gosh, I cannot work in that environment, guys.
I think he's very introverted, and this used to be his escape, but now like it's so chaotic, there's no way for him to be at peace here.
Well, I mean, it can be chaotic in a kitchen, but
Not like that.
even if it's chaotic, you have some sort of order still. There's no order right now.
Again,
It's just chaos.
It's the two systems that clash. Fucking cousin is gonna have to adapt.
Flashbacks.
I copied them out of your books. Colors are wild. It gets me thinking.
Hey, not bad. Find inspiration.
Well, it takes 12 people to prep that. I plated that every night. Hold on, 17, Chef. There's 4 sets of plum in that.
What do you mean?
Plum wine.
Yeah, that's a bit too
Fancy
fancy for your diner.
You cook it and you cook it and you cook it until it becomes syrup.
Take inspiration.
Hours. 2 shifts, 2 different people just watching that shit. Plum consommé, which is black plums cooked down with black vinegar. Somebody's got to be stirring that forever so the sugar doesn't burn. And then your compressed plums, which are these perfect fresh plums cut into perfect 4 centimeter squares.
I think it's a way to see how passionate he is and how dedicated he is to his craft.
For the details?
Yeah.
At this place, the chef wanted the gelée to be like the consistency of Haribo gummy bears, which we could never do. No one could do it. It was always too soft.
Let me guess. He will succeed with that crew?
One day,
That'd be
sous
nice.
chef, he just hit it. You know, he spent every minute of like a year trying to figure it out.
So how do you do it?
Well,
Feel fat congeals when it's cold.
yeah.
Sometimes you need an extra pair of eyes, someone from the outside that looks in, brings in new ideas. I think it's a good way to see a problem when you constantly try to solve a problem without taking a break, without stepping away from it.
So
You can
last
never
week
solve
was
it.
a nightmare.
Yes, I agree.
Right, so we have to stop it. Actually, one sec. Sorry, yo, Ibra! Any reason Michael wasn't ordering number 10s of these? They're cheaper per ounce.
The more I learn about Michael, the less I understand.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, young man. Who cares?
What did you have in mind?
Maybe the same applies to him. He doesn't get his brother.
Respectfully, no.
You told me that's what you wanted.
I said I wanted more to do. I didn't say I want to run Russian gymnastics
It's not that.
program.
It's defining roles, creating a better workflow. You're used to that.
It doesn't mean I liked it.
It's a start.
It's a mistake.
It'll help.
It'll create a toxic, hierarchical shit show.
Yeah.
I don't even listen with voice.
We can do it differently, okay? I cannot keep yelling at them every day. We have to change the chemistry, right? I will dial business. You are everything else.
Oh my god, that's a lot on her shoulder, girl.
Okay. Yes. Okay, chef.
Great, let's go.
Let's try it out. But she's a newcomer. They like.
Yeah, oh my god, people don't like those. Like when you just start a new job and already you're in a position of authority over somebody else.
We know some of them were already pissed about how much influence she had over the restaurant.
Okay, look, I'm not trying to be an asshole and change your guys' system, okay? I want to harness it. I wanna organize it. All right, we can't keep operating like this. We got a C. A C stands for chaos. That can't happen again.
Not champion.
Notice that Richie's not
We're gonna
there.
start operating like a French kitchen. That means there's gonna be a chain of command. This was developed by Escoffier.
Problems.
Oh, Scoffy gay?
Shut up, man. Please. Not now.
We're implementing a French Brigade.
As long as he's here to butt heads, that's not gonna work.
Fuck that.
That's bullshit.
It's a loud voice. They listen to him.
I was in a brigade once. Many people died.
It's not the same.
Not the same thing.
This is what real kitchens do. Guys, this is what real teams do. Everybody takes care of their own station. They keep their own side of the street clean.
He's really learning from the
meeting.
The meeting.
You are in good hands. Take it away, chef.
Oh my god, good luck,
Yeah.
Sydney.
Don't be intimidated.
Right. So, Carmy is the head chef guy. I am the sous.
Like hierarchy.
More just like a regular, chill, arky. Like I just follow orders, even if it leads to tension and chaos and resentment, and ultimately doesn't work.
She's so like yeah.
Oh, is she
She's
shaking?
gonna be the voice that tells them what to do. So if they get pissed, it's at her.
I know.
That's fine. Ibra.
Meat prep.
Yes, you are now the chef de partie.
I accept.
You don't even know what it is.
It's chef de partie. It's nice enough.
How can I help you?
Michael around?
Nope.
No, he's not here this second. Can I ask who's calling?
Yeah, just tell him Nico called. He's got my info.
Yeah, he won't be calling anytime soon.
Is it one of the bad people you used to hang out with?
I think so. People that in my whole money too. Money too, I mean.
That would be bad.
Who was that?
Some dude asking for Michael.
Who?
Nico?
I'll hit him.
What's that about?
Nah, he's just some idiot. I got it. Don't worry about
Could be
it.
problem.
Just some idiot? I don't think so.
What's up? You blow a fuse or something?
No, I just felt like Michael was alive for a second.
When it's really recent that you lose someone, like you may have those moments where you forget for a sec, and then the shock of realization comes back. Breathe and
Okay, Marcus, you will be.
It's a CA?
Yes, exactly.
I could light up a chocolate cake.
he's so inspired.
That's nice. Also, always nice when a cook is inspired by his art, you know?
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
like this brigade.
I know it seems like a lot and kind of annoying, but this type of structure will be super helpful. It'll make things run smoother, calmer.
Chef, I got one to quick air. Just hold down the board. Thank you, chef.
Yeah, well, he also needs to calm down. At least they seem to be open about the idea, they seem to listen, so might not be as chaotic as we think, except I think the real problem might come from Richie, so
Yeah, Richie need to cooperate, man.
yeah.
So I'm gonna do checks in a second, so just, you know.
You are doing
You're
good.
doing so good.
Okay, looks good in here. We got this. Chef, you're supposed to be prepping vegetables.
You're not my Jeff.
Well, okay, today I am.
Listen.
Okay, so it tastes like
Behind-
plum still. Yeah, but like
Behind,
different
chef.
levels.
Come on.
You okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Yes.
She's kind of in Carmy's shoes right now. He also got cut in episode 1.
Let's just close the box cutter. Thank you, and not fucking put it there. Excuse me.
Relax.
Behind.
Do you know the stress she's under?
This much you promised. How could I listen? You know I love you, but I
What?
just
Why?
Come on. That's so pity.
Well, she was the one that was mad at how Sydney got into their little group and how quick she became in control, in charge. So now she's trying to screw her over, maybe to get rid of her or just put her down in the hierarchy, which is fucking pity, yeah.
Shit. Fuck.
Oh, sorry.
Scott's boiled. The
It's
heat was
too
too high.
high.
You didn't
I
steam
know,
it
I
properly.
put
Also,
it
you cannot
lower
add
earlier.
veg before it's boiled. You know better than that,
Lower.
chef. Add more veal
Yes,
stock.
reduce. I know how to make a stock.
Okay. Where are the onions? They prepped?
Tina should be on onions.
Yes,
I
chef.
told her earlier, like you
She's
said.
doing
Yes,
her
chef.
job, they're not listening.
Yes, chef.
Thank you.
He's trying to keep it calm, he's trying to keep it functional, kind of like how it used to be. I just don't want him to turn this into some sort of dictatorship where people can't really say what they think and you know, because he didn't enjoy how it used to be back there either. So a little bit of that and a little bit of that.
Hopefully they'll come around and they're gonna be a good team with everybody.
Well, if they leave at the door all their grievances,
Not good. So.
You betrayed me.
Are you serious? Chef, come on, clean your station. I mean, so your nails? Thank you. Can someone please clean these out? These are disgusting.
it's a different type of chaos, but it's still chaos.
It's fine.
Fine.
Oh my gosh.
Did I piss you off?
She already seems so done. And it's one day being in charge.
I feel like she's not happy with how she's being received, but that's
Yeah.
showing in how she treats them as well.
Where are my onions?
That's a good one.
She got rid of her onions, really?
You didn't take my onions, did you?
No, they did this to me last week. It's just part of paying your dues.
Yeah,
But it
that's
sucks.
that's so fucked up.
Like, you were
That's
in
fucked
over your
up.
head.
You are angry right now. Damn, we got you.
Yeah, but she's gonna burst.
Fuck.
Hey, come on, Sydney.
off.
It wasn't my idea.
Fucking.
Let me help you.
No!
Are you sure?
I am fucking sure. Do you ask Carmy if he's sure? No.
just saying, it's just
you
heavy.
don't.
Oh my god.
It's like she believes they don't take her seriously, that they don't think she can do it, so they mess with her or treat her differently.
Accident.
For
girl,
sure, she's
accident.
too short.
It's gonna be too heavy.
Scream. I think you need to scream. Lock yourself in a fridge or something and scream.
Oh.
She knows her potential, and everything is going against her right now.
Just keep going.
Okay, girl, you need to have like, you need to go to the hospital, girl.
I think it looks worse than it is, but it's still bad.
Family's up.
Thanks.
But we have a problem with Tina, and we need to fix that quick.
Chef? It's good.
No, it looks good. Yeah.
She's not in the mood, man. Can't you see? Were you in the mood last week? No.
How's bookkeeping?
It's a mess. How's our brigade?
It's a mess.
It's also not his expertise. Maybe they should switch. She should take care of the books, and he takes care of the cuisine.
Yeah, today was really bad for me, Chef. You kind of let everybody act like trash and really kind of came at me a little, I guess.
I expect more from you.
Yeah, but that's not fair.
Doing your job, which is to, at times,
Yeah,
listen to your
but
boss.
they should listen to her too.
Well, she came in when he was already there. They've been there before. They have more
This
vécu.
place would be so different from all the other places we've been at. But in order for that to be true, we need to run things different. It's not that you told me that I had to, but you just didn't really listen. If this is gonna work the way that I think we both want it to work, I mean, I think we should probably try to listen to each other.
Teamwork.
Really listen, not just hear on one side and just let it go on the other.
I don't want to be wasting my time working on another line, tweezing herbs on a dish that I don't care about, or running brunch, God forbid. Then, kind of left. Like,
Yeah.
that's not
Really not cool.
No, it's
dumping
not.
all this stuff on me.
I know.
He's also going through his own fair share of stuff, but
I went to an Al-Anon meeting. My brother, he was an addict.
he was also having a panic attack, which, I mean,
Chef, that is a little too personal, I think.
well, he wants to explain himself a little bit.
Oh.
Sorry. I was just fucking with you.
You don't say this. I don't give a shit about your personal problems. Just kidding.
But some places really want you to separate your personal life and problem from your work place,
It's not an excuse.
It helps you to understand why. Yeah.
But now I know that you know.
We'll see how they adapt.
Fucking brunch.
Fuck brunch.
Fuck brunch.
I like brunch.
Absolutely.
If he wants her to be sous chef and to be in charge of the team in the different station, he needs to be there to back her up.
Not
No?
sure why you're not calling me back, but it's Michael's birthday. I'm thinking about you.
Government changed. Better on you.
I'd like to walk there too. Peaceful. Maybe it means something to him and his brother. You need peace. I love Sydney. I think she has a lot of potential. In the beginning, last episode, at the end, she was saying she wanted to be sous chef. I think it's because like the way she imagined the dynamic was one way, but after working with them for a little while, she realized that if she was sous chef, she was basically just gonna be the go-between, a team that doesn't want to listen much, a team that's chaotic, a team that has been there for so long already that it's not like they want to impress, it's not that like they want to prove themselves, it's you who has to prove themselves. So it's you who has to prove yourself to them. So being a sous chef in that environment, you would basically just be trying to keep them calm. You'd be a babysitter more than anything. Like you instead of being good at one thing or shining or just showing what you can do, you'd basically be thrown to the wolves and you'd be trying to keep things calm. And the team is not welcoming as much as it could be. Some of them are very, trying to keep it light and trying to, they're playing pranks between each other, even though they don't understand the stress she's under. But other, like, Tina, she doesn't like Sydney. At least it's the vibe I'm getting. Like,
she doesn't want to change much. She has a difficulty to adapt, and the fact that new people are coming into her workplace trying to make changes, to tell her what to do, but when she already sort of know what she's doing, and a girl who are much younger than herself, new at her job, is supposed to be higher than her.
Yeah, I've been in a situation before where at my job I was hired before a certain group of people that got in a couple years after me, but there was something that went wrong with the call sheet or something, and they were promoted before me, and they got before me on the list. And when I found out, I was pissed because that opportunity should have gone to me, and instead it went to the new guys, just because it came down to fucking bosses not wanting to pay more, so they were content having me on call instead of part-time or something. Like, it was a mess, but I got mad at the management, not at the people that got in. Like, they knew nothing other than, like, I'm just starting this new job. I'm gonna get my opportunities. Like, they are here to do their job. It's not their fault if they got promoted before me. It's not like they knew what was going on. And even if they did, the thing I'm seeing here, I can see it with myself back then, and I can see it with Tina. I feel like maybe since she's been around for so long, she feels like the responsibility should have gone to her. Like, she deserves it more than Sydney, but she's not interested in having more responsibilities. She's not interested in doing things different. Like, she doesn't want to do that work, but she's pissed when someone else gets it.
She doesn't want to wear the blue apron.
She doesn't want to adapt, that's for sure. But, like, when this new girl comes in and she's taking on the responsibility, she's doing a job and she's advancing faster. You're pissed at that, but if you wanted it, you should have made the efforts. Like you should have tried. You should have listened to your boss. You should have tried to adapt a little more. Like you should have done what he wanted to get that position. And she did not do that.
I think Tina has some anger or resentment issues, and I don't think it's the fact that she doesn't want to cooperate, maybe, but it's the fact that the way that she perceived how Sydney and Carmy are acting is like they're just trying to boss them and not just lead them.
To her, they are two newcomers that are younger, that know nothing about her environment, and they're trying to tell her how to do what she's been doing for years. So, kind of like with Richie, it's how they are used to doing stuff. That's what they're good at, and according to them, that's their system. And then, so like to them, it works. So then you bring in two new people who tell them that your system is shit, and I know another way that's better. And this is this is how things are going to go from now on. You'd be pissed at being told that you're wrong. You'd be pissed at being told that this is not how things are going to go moving forward. You'd be rebelling against it. But after a little while, you got to wonder, like, is it your pride or the restaurant that matters more? And if your pride is more important, just quit. Because, like, we cannot put the restaurant in jeopardy. And you need to, at the very least, work with your colleagues. Like, you're not forced to love them. You don't have to be friends with them. Even though the vibe from this restaurant is a family. It's like they have family meals, man. Like they have these meetings. Like they're supposed to be close. But if you cannot keep up with that, at the very least, respect her for who she is and what she's done. She might be younger, but she has experience. She's worked to get there, and she wants to prove herself. So help her along. At the very least, don't sabotage her like you've been doing. As for the prank, that was a prank, but considering they don't, and that's another thing. When you are just doing your job and you're working and you don't put yourself in the shoes of the person that's in charge, you don't understand how much stress they are in. So it's easy to scream and be like, shut up, like, don't change things. You don't understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. You don't understand the stress that they have because of you, and you're adding on to everything else. And that's on top of their personal lives. That's on top of their own job and the money problems for Carmy. The relationships with the people in the restaurant. Like, there's so much going on. It's easy to not be affected when you just come in, you get paid, you do your job, you leave. But when you have to stay, when you sleep in the fucking restaurant because you can't fucking go home, and you have to,
because you burned down your apartment.
Yeah. That this is too much for them, and the others don't understand. So for them, they're just like, they're having fun. They think it's hilarious to hide the onions, but
it might have been funny, but it's the fact that everything kind of was chaotic before that. Like, she got reprimanded because she didn't put the burner on low or on medium, but she did. But it's the fact that everything was sort of wrong. So she was just so stressed. She was stressing out, and on top of that, you add the fact that she cannot find our fucking onions.
But on that perspective,
that was just a little bit too much for her.
That specific situation is true. Like, I didn't think of it in the episode, but when she said it to Carmy, it made sense. Like, the fact that she came in after with her background, I think he sees himself in her more than he sees himself in the others, and he's not intimidated by her like I feel he might be by the others, because he comes in and this group is already tight. They're already a family. They are used to their system. He's the outsider with them, but he can connect with Sydney. So he has expectations when it comes to her. He wants to give her more responsibilities. When she messes up, he feels like he can reprimand her because it makes sense, but he won't do that with the others. Like, he'll scream at them for sure. We've seen him tell them, like, fuck off, but he's always he's stepping on eggs around these people. He's trying not to push them too much. He literally threw his responsibilities to Sydney so he would not have to deal with them like that.
Yeah, but that's not gonna work if you don't back her up.
But it's a bit bullshit. No, but it's bullshit because she is put on a higher standard, and they can do whatever the hell they want. And if you do that, they'll always do what they want, and they'll never adapt to how you want to do things, and it will never run smoothly. So they all need to be on the same level, and if she gets reprimanded on some stuff, they also need to be held accountable. So I understand giving her more responsibilities. I did say that I think she deserves to, be in charge of more stuff. I think she would be good at it. But listening to her comes first, and she also sees how it works. She knows how her changes might affect the others. And obviously in this episode, she saw how chaotic it was, and she knew that if she was implemented as a sous chef, she'd just be running from one side of the place to the other, trying to keep them in check, dealing with their bullshit because no one is saying anything about their bullshit, and she'd be the one getting all the reprimands because she's in charge. So she was the middleman. She was in between Carmy and the others, but Carmy and the others don't work, so she gets all the bullshit. So yeah, we need to change things.
I just want to say something. I don't know if it's gonna work like this in other kitchens, but to what I just saw, when she tried to tell Carmy that Tina was supposed to do the onions, she was supposed to do them, and everything, like Tina was just arguing about it. When you're being told to do something, like if it's gonna just create more problem, do it, and when it's gonna be more calmer.
Well, that's Tina just doing Tina stuff.
Like you can maybe try to figure something out to solve it. But you don't have time to argue and say, who's supposed to do this, who's supposed to do that, if that person
but she
is
was,
not listening.
for Sydney, she was being told.
She was supposed to do it, yes.
No, Sydney was trying to tell Carmy, who was being pissed, he was reprimanding her, that she had given, like, she did her job. She gave that job to someone who did not do it, but he did not reprimand the person who did not do it, he reprimanded her. So that's why she was saying, like, you treat me a certain way and you don't treat the others the same way. And she did not deserve that bullshit because Tina's is the one that does not follow the rules, did not follow her order per se. But that's also another thing. Like, I feel like he remembers his time in that other kitchen different ways. There's the stress part of it and there's the smooth part of it. So yes, it works like a well-oiled machine back there, and he would love to bring that here, make it work smoother. And I think, like I said in the episode, he's very introverted, and this is his way of just letting go of stress and be at peace and stuff. But he doesn't get that because everyone is screaming all the time and he's just butting heads with everyone. So he tried to step away from that, give that to Sydney. That's still not working. But you cannot change this place and turn it into what it used to be over there, because it's too different. It's not the same level. It's not the same backgrounds. And to be fair, do you really want to bring all that toxicity here? Because yes, it's toxic right now in the restaurant, but it was also toxic as fuck in the other one. And I think, like, when he's having those nightmares and he's remembering, like, the insults and all of that, he freaks out over there. So don't bring that here. That's not going to work, first of all, and that's not a good idea. Bring a little bit of that and mix it with a little bit of this.
Yeah,
that'd be the best way.
I want to bring out the fact that who's the guy's name who's doing the pâtisserie, the artistry.
I think that's Marcus.
Marcus?
Yeah.
Okay, Marcus, the bread guy. The bread guy.
The pâtissier.
The pâtissier. I love the fact that he took the pages from Carmy's book to be inspired to put some colors on the wall.
That's how it should be.
When you're a chef and you're being inspired by your cooking, by your art, it's just so great. It's just so great. Because you love what you're doing and you want to do more.
Carmy changed immediately when he started talking about how he used to do this dish, specifically the plum stuff. Like, he's so passionate by his art, by what he does. This is what he likes, which is why it hurts me that he's burying himself in the books and just stepping away from the kitchen, because I don't think he's good at that. I think he's better at the kitchen stuff.
Do you think that maybe Richie could be good with the books?
I don't know. He's keeping too many secrets and like he's acting like everything is okay when it's not, and like the secret about the guy who reached out to Michael, this is another problem potentially.
Nico? That's his name?
Like he's not a good team player, so I don't want to put him in charge of anything really. But yeah, when it comes down to the cooking, the cuisine, this is weird trying to speak French. Like, we're French, man. We'll say it in French.
Cuisine.
But yeah, in the middle of all that English, that's weird. So la cuisine is the art that he looks up to, that he loves, that he's passionate about. And it's great to see that other people in that kitchen are also passionate about it and are trying to be inspired by stuff he loves, and they can talk about it and they have this connection. But if it gets buried by the books, the money problems, the restaurant stuff, and the clash between the systems and all that toxicity, it's not fun anymore. So we need to deal with the shit for sure. Mix the two systems a little bit, find what works, and then focus on the true passion. But yeah, this is not working right now. And at least I really love the scene where Sydney talked to Carmy, because I felt like this was really realistic. How she felt like, okay, I'm gonna try to explain to you what hurt me without hurting you, and like without getting emotional or anything. I thought that this actually how it would have gone.
But in any space of life, maybe personal, with friends, family, workplace, you need to be able to communicate what's working, what's good, and what's wrong.
Without being told like, oh no, you're not right. Like, no, listen to me. Like, basically he listened and she expressed herself, and that's how it should go. And
You know,
together they could make one hell of a team. So
it reminds me of someone who used to work at my job. One of my employees, basically. She was a good worker. Like, she knew what she was doing. But when she was doing any sort of mistake and you tell her so, she brought up any type of excuse. But, ah ben non, je peux l'entendre. I did nothing wrong. What are you talking about? Like, she was so defensive. Like, I mean, it's not the fact that I'm expecting you to just shut up and accept that you're being reprimanded. It's just, okay, I did something wrong. What can we do to make it better?
one thing that one thing that doesn't work, according to me, in this kitchen that he's trying to replicate from that other kitchen, I think, is the chain of command, where you have one person in charge and everyone else defer to, they refer to that person and they listen to that person, which is technically like, it's a dictatorship. That could work if you're given the best produce, if you're given like the little bee workers look up to you, like if the chain is already implemented. But if you try to bring that here, it's definitely not going to work. And since we want to make this place better, make more money, we're starting from the bottom. So we're not starting from the top. It's not going to work. The best way to adapt here would be to have a group system where everyone can come up to you and tell you what doesn't work with the restaurant. This is how we felt back in my old job. We felt this would be the best way to improve the workplace, because we, the workers, were up there with the shit. We dealt with the issues constantly, whereas the bosses were down in the basement in their offices. They never saw anything that went wrong with the hotel I used to work at.
Yeah.
So if we came up to them and said, there's a problem with the elevator, it would be so much better if you did that, they would be like, nope, fuck that shit.
Take the stairs.
No, but they would be like, but like, they would not listen, because they always felt that they knew better. Kind of like the head chef back in his old place, would be like, I'm always right, you're always wrong. Your ideas don't mean anything. What you can bring, that's not going to work. So you're all like trying to work on that one thing that the head chef is like, that doesn't work for me. When in fact, like, there are so many ways you could change stuff and you can bring in new ideas.
You need to be open to suggestion and ideas.
Yeah, like,
to maybe make some change there and there. It's like the fact that when he told Marcus that they weren't able to come up with a solution to do it right with the plum gelée, I guess. And one guy from, I don't know, the outside point of view,
one of the chefs
came up with a solution, because
he spent 1 year working on it.
But he technically brought another point of view to a problem.
Well, sometimes when there's 10 of you trying to work on that one problem, and you're constantly trying to make it better, it's never going to work. Like, you need one person that looks for this, one person from the outside that brings in new ideas. Like, you need to separate the workforce a little bit. You need to listen to more people instead of just butting heads on this one issue without ever stepping away from it. But I do believe that in this environment, if he listened to everyone, if everyone had the right to tell him, like, okay, this is what I feel doesn't work in my part of the restaurant, that'd be better than just one guy believing he knows how to change things and trying to force everyone to stay in line with his ideas. So yeah, I mean, we'll see where it goes from there. But at the very least, he listens. I think he has the potential to make this great. Sydney has the potential to make this great, and everyone is starting to sort of adapt. Some of them.
But I mean, as of now, we still got Tina and Richie who makes problems.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're gonna come around. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. It was less intense this episode, but that's because we didn't see much of Richie, I think. We'll see next episode. But yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't wanna, the next one will be on YouTube pretty soon.
Next week.
Bye guys.
Bye.